Hello and welcome to attaQ. My name is Jakob. I'm your host and you're watching a attaQ episode. And in this episode, I want to talk about what it means to me being a mobile music producer. By the way, are you following me on Instagram? You really should. Over at my Instagram, I've been posting some pictures of me recording video material outside. And a lot of people seem to appreciate that I'm actually doing that. Because you see, I've been criticized for only being at home in my bedroom studio, even though I claim it's so nice being a mobile producer. But I'm never really showing it. Well, I thought I'd start doing that, showing you what that means to me. And when I started planning my material, going out, bringing loads of equipment with me, I realized something. There's this one thing I've been doing these past 8 years, and that is I've been trying to keep it simple. One commenter over at Instagram, where you should be following me, even commented on this, stating that they've found lately that they're most productive when on the go if they keep it simple and bring an iPad Pro and headphones. Everything else just slows them down. And that is something I can completely resonate with. So let's start this video with some outdoor footage and I'll show you what I brought with me outside and then I'll talk about why I think that this is a bad idea. Here we go. It's my Voltec bag and as you can see I've got two synths already sticking out here, which is pretty awesome. So it's the Unison Pro and I brought this one because it's lightweight, it's fairly small, almost the same size as the original one. And I really love this synth, and if you didn't see it, I did make music with this already and I have a video up on that. Let's see here, I also brought this one and I'll show you how I power this one when I'm outside. I really love these synths. Whoops, that's a little bit of lint there. I'll save that for later. This is good because it can be powered by batteries, but I use a USB battery. This one can be connected via Bluetooth, which means that I don't need any cables, but I did bring cables. Now, normally I wouldn't bring all these things outside. I would bring like one or two of these things, but I wanted to test out as much as possible today because I'm simply making a video about being mobile. Testing, 1, 2, 3. I got a bag of different cables and stuff. There's loads of stuff in here. Now I want to show you the most important thing we have here, okay? This one, and also this thing right here. That, and the cable. You see, now we have sun coming out, which is great, because if you've got a lot of sun, you should be, using a solar panel. That's what this is. It's 20-watt solar panel, and it will only give out 20 watts, of course, if you've got full sunshine. And right now, I don't know, honey, can you show? Like, it's really cloudy. If it gets cloudier than this, then the effect goes down quite a bit. That's the problem with solar panels. So you recharge your USB battery and then you use your USB battery to power your other stuff. Pretty nice. Now, if you want to recharge your battery, you just grab a USB battery like this. Let's see here. I'm gonna put you down here and then I'm gonna plug this in. Come on, like that. And I'm gonna plug this one in here. And I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? All right, so let's hold on there for a minute. Now, with me, I have two fully fledged synthesizers. Now, I've also got a MIDI controller with me, I've got a bunch of cables, and I've got a solar panel and a USB battery. And in the end, what happened here was I was out here with all of this equipment, but I had forgotten some important things. I couldn't finish up my big setup I was going to do out there. I was actually planning on setting all of this up to be able to record all of this into my iPad in the end, and that did not happen. Here's the thing. I spent about 20-30 minutes trying to figure out how I could do this anyway. And during those 20-30 minutes, I wasn't really doing anything productive. I was getting frustrated, I was getting hot, I was getting sweaty, and I wasn't happy, I wasn't feeling creative. And those 20-30 minutes turned into 40 minutes, to 45 minutes, 50 minutes, before I really realized what I was doing wrong. You see, right there in front of me were 3 key pieces of equipment that I could just start being productive with right away. Even though I couldn't connect them all together, I could just pick one of them up and start working. Example, I'm also a sound designer. I just love working with sounds. I love exploring new equipment and apps like that. It's the best way of actually learning a thing, is by making new sounds with it. And here I had a bunch of new apps on the iPad, and I also had 2 synthesizers. And what I ended up doing was I just grabbed the Liven and sat down. And during this time, my partner was sneaking around me, trying to capture that moment of me just sitting and exploring this wonderful synth. Just sitting outdoors, away from home, having the inspiration from the trees around me and that fresh air. And you know what's really awesome about this? Well, recently I got myself a solar panel. This means that I can now collect all that lovely radiation from our star through a solar panel and then store in a USB battery. And that's what I used to power this Sonicware Liven 8-bit warps. This is something I recommend to anyone. Being freed like this, yeah, it was a really freeing sensation. I really recommend it. Stay tuned, by the way, because I will be making a video about this solar panel I'm using and what to think about when you're getting a solar panel, stuff like that. And I just want to take this opportunity to say my partner has been such a trooper. I've had some health issues during the summer, and she's been there every step of the way. And she is the one that has been helping me record all of this awesome outdoors material. She's been really, really patient. She's been steady with her hand, and it wouldn't have been possible without you, honey. So thank you for that. Go back to the table here. I could have easily switched out the Liven I was using for the Unison Pro instead. To power that, I wouldn't even need a ripcord cable. I could just grab a micro USB cable because it has a special port just for powering. And now some of you would think, yeah, Jakob, but I want to produce. I don't want to sit and just work with sounds. And I get that. Well, the absolute simplest thing for getting started with production, if you have an iDevice, an iPhone or an iPad, is simply to grab that or an iPhone, a pair of headphones, and get to work. And I know that's boring advice, maybe. Maybe you were expecting this to be some grand message. It's not. It's just me trying to highlight the fact that we pretty much have whatever we need to be mobile with our music production or video production right here in our iDevices. And a lot of the times, me personally at least, I forget that and I complicate things with a lot of gear. Now, for those of you who might be disappointed in me making this video and not one where I'm doing massive, insane connections and stuff, I will be making videos about that too. This is going to be a series about being mobile and what that means and how you can do that and finding ways of optimizing your mobility and carrying stuff with you, how to do that, keeping stuff clean, what to carry with you, hubs, powering, things like that. So stay tuned for the next part in this series where I'm going to talk about. I'll let that be a surprise. There is this one piece of advice that you will hear me keep repeating in all of these mobile videos where we're being outside in the hot sun, and that is stay hydrated. Because I actually suffered a very, very intense heat stroke. It took me days to get back from it. I got really, really, really sick, and heat strokes are dangerous also. So just take care of yourself, drink plenty of water, and stay safe. Now, if you like videos like this, then why don't you hit the thumbs up? Basically, it really, really helps here on YouTube. And if you didn't like the video, just hit the dislike. The dislike also counts as an interaction for YouTube, so I guess that's good too. Now, if you want to help support the work I do here on the channel, then apart from hitting the like, you can also support me by sharing my videos. Also, do follow me on Instagram and tag me whenever you do something, that has to do with maybe music, being mobile, video production, you buying a new USB battery or something. Maybe you bought a product you didn't like and tell us about that. Just tag me. I want to see what you're doing. And if you want to help support me in a financial way so that I can go out and buy more solar panels and USB batteries to test, well, then I'd really appreciate it if you had a look over at my Bandcamp. If you find any music you like, you can buy it there. And if you don't like using Bandcamp, then a lot of my music is also on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Deezer, places like that. Streaming my music, buying my music also helps me out. If you don't want to do any of that, then you have Patreon, which is also good, and PayPal if you want to use that. If you don't want to do any of it, then that's okay too. As usual, I wish you a very productive week. Now go finger all of your stuff and have a lot of fun doing it. Don't get dehydrated. Are you still on? You sure?
You.